Hello, all the beautiful people in the world. I am Sarah Daniels. This is an insider's playthrough of Welcome to Primrose Lake. We are looking at episode 12, chapter 4, Everyone's a Suspect. This will be the last environment, the last episode in this chapter. There are only 5 chapters total, so we are getting to the end. Let's jump in, shall we? Yay! Such a satisfying thing. Unlocking a level for a new location. So all of these icons on your map are your time management locations. All of these flags are mystery locations. So time management locations you can click on and go back to. If there's no arrow here, that means you've come to the end of that location. You've probably unlocked an achievement of some kind up here, which is what this is telling me right now. The green icon is your active icon. The only way to get back to the mystery locations is by clicking like that. And then you can click there. To get out of this, I know it's a little confusing, but click back on the originating icon. The one that doesn't have a magnifying glass. And that'll take you back into the general navigation. If you want to replay a mystery location without trying to figure out what the master location was, you can always go up into your story dialogue, scroll through, rewatch just about anything. Not just about anything, but truly anything. Anything that you've already played, in case you feel like you've missed something, or you want to replay something. And why the heck wouldn't you? Okay, without further ado, level 45. The accusations start flying. My eyes are getting blurry. Hello again, Rebecca. I don't know why the sheriff likes to sneak up on her, but she does. That is a condescending statement if ever I heard one. These women have a little bit of friction in their relationship. I think this has a making a very interesting story. Oh, what's in there? An old deed, a bunch of newspaper articles concerning the death of J.W. Charlotte and their sons. Why, that is curious. Where did you find it? Now, she runs the Preservation Society, which, you know, she's basically the town's historian. Cut the crap, Rebecca. Oh, thank you. Sorry, Sheriff. I'm still in your lines. She does run the Primrose Preservation Society. Carlisle Sawmill's foreman, that's Chip Evans. We know he's up to no good, or at least it looks that way. It's in everyone's best interest. Rebecca's no fool. Okay, search the archive. So we've got this again. It's one of those little building bars. So you've always got to figure out your timing. I will say this, it seems to be going pretty fast. Raccoon. So I might hang out up there because it is a pain in the butt to run back and forth. This is also a new activity. So we're going to do, bang, run over here, click on these guys. They're basically asking for research help? Wait, really? Where am I? Oh! I gave them the wrong thing. And this. I don't know where anything is right now. Bear with me while I figure out what the heck is going on. I'm the voice of authority. I'm gonna click on this little girl. Yay! Alright. I feel like I've got my stride now. Gonna go clean a table. Get into the swing of things. Wow, we're going through these magazines. These are popular magazines. Put a pencil in the pencil case. Get me some rulers, some staplers. Oh! She couldn't sit down because I hadn't checked them out yet. Sometimes I'm too clever for my own good. and that one. It's always best to try to piggyback those two together. It's a lot more efficient. Get up there, clean that table so your next group of people can sit down. She's going to come and stand at the register. They will always queue up as far over as they possibly can. And we want to check them out because we've got people waiting for that table. So you get cheated a little bit on a combo there, but what you gonna do? I've got the music turned down, but it's very pleasant. All the same. This is one of those games where I would love to release the soundtrack because it's really nice. Our composer did a good job, in my humble opinion. We worked really hard going back and forth on it. I had a very distinct idea in my head of what I wanted this to sound like. Because even though we're missing all these modern amenities, it is a current day game. It's just a town that's refused to get wired. Those towns do still exist. 3 stars, 3 stars. Oh, Sheriff's following her up there, isn't she? You ever hear of Chester McGovern? You guys have. Heard of him now? Well, we've seen this before. If you go back, I want to say, and look at chapter 3, this is the note that Jessica found in the cafe with the threatening message written on it. You all will pay, you have blood on your hands. So, it's also in the book. Apparently it was copied out of this book. Sioux City, Iowa, 1868. Terse and cryptic won't work on me. Peggy's, you know, she's used to being the most clever person in the room. That's not going to work with Rebecca. Rebecca's pretty damn clever. The Evans are the hands which built the Carlisle Empire. You've got a lot of nerve blaming my husband for any slights against the Carlyles. Prove me wrong. Sounds like a challenge. Sounds like we're throwing down. See how that works out. The Carlisle curse. Yes, are you back? That child. Tell me about it. What makes you think one thing has to do with the other? 1986. It's a long time. Peggy's just being a shit. 1918, the year JW went over the waterfall. I love that it's a town where you can say that. The year the founder went over the waterfall. That's normal. Totally normal. I guess I shouldn't be casting aspersions when I'm the one who made it happen. My mama taught me to know a lot and say a little. It's good advice. Even a fool appears wise if he is silent. I guess maybe I should stop talking. Depends upon the question. Oh, there's the manor. There's the waterfall. If I like what you have to say, I'll give you an answer. But it better be an honest answer, because Rebecca doesn't take any shit. I guess I've sworn a lot. I know my nieces and nephews will watch this, and there are a bunch of them. I don't want them learning new words from me, but they do have access to the internet, so the chances that I'm going to be the first person who says the word shit in front of them, pretty slim. So this is a hard objective simply because you're running back and forth all the time. You go up this balcony, over to this one, It's gonna wear us out. That was 4. Now you can queue up the next step, even though you're up there talking to the sheriff. Don't feel like you've got to wait. You don't have to wait. In that instance, I was waiting because I wanted to check her out. I wanted to give this person enough time to get down from upstairs. Sure, let's do it. And it should remember all of these clicks. So even though we don't show you the queue's being recorded, and it should remember all of them. Come on, kiddo. Order. There we go. No wonder Rebecca's in such good shape for her age. She's just running all over Kingdom Come. So that'll build your cardio right there. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Always 4. Can't help myself. One more. Oh, we got it. That was the one. There's our 1 star. Checking the kiddo out. We're rocking and rolling, people. We're rocking and rolling. 2 mini books. Let's restock. And I'm gonna wait because I want to check everybody out at the same time. 2 stars. Ooh, so close to 3. That far away. But I think this is our last customer. We made it! Huzzah! One heck of a geologist. That's a guy who studies rocks. Isn't it, Mr. Clothier? I got some geologists in my life. I like nerds. Nerds are awesome. So are geeks. Dorks. Well-meaning fools. I like them all. Found a rich vein just this side of Onaway Pass. Anyone else see it? Before or after he took a tumble off the cliff. A lot of people seem to fall to their deaths in Primrose Lake. I don't know why anyone would ever move here. Like, yes, come, it's lovely, it's small, it's quaint, there's fresh air, pristine mountain beauty, but somewhere along the line, you may take a precipitous fall to your death. Just saying. Real estate prices are good. I imagine the property taxes are pretty low, too. JW found his body. He just stumbled upon it in these mountains. That's some kind of luck. Oh. Sawmill. Sawyer sees sycamores at the sawmill. It's not just alliteration. I still love the little spider. Chip's looking for something. Okay. Put my neck on the line showing you this. Chip, if my instincts are right, your neck is already on the line. Don't argue with Glen. Okay, so it's a note. Glen's reading it. Sawyer. Who the heck is Sawyer? I am Sawyer Evans Jr. Jr. Chip off the old block? That's where you get chip. It's not just wood chips from the sawmill. He's a chip off the old block. It's a lot of lumber-based puns condensed into a very small space. I have no shame. Don't know. Little Bobby will take me somewhere safe, but you have a job to do. Who's little Bobby? Ox. That's pretty funny. Glen finds that amusing. Giant sycamore. The other second part. So see? Sawyer sees sycamores at the sawmill. I don't know. I should probably get out more, but I can't because I'm social distancing. Okay, how you do it, but you got to get her here. So it might have been Uncle Robert's idea to send the letter, but it sounds like Chip's done all the work. And be sure she stays, and that she stays safe. So you got to get her to town, you got to keep her here, and you got to keep her out of trouble. That note makes no kind of sense. Important Carlisle stuff. Poor Chip, he's losing his patience with all of it. He does not like to be questioned. I mean, look at this. He's got all these books in his office. He probably just wants to sit and, I don't know, read some Tolstoy. He strikes me as a man who would enjoy some good Russian literature. She knows more about the Carlyles than just about anyone. Well, she should. She manages the Historical Preservation Society, as we know. Let's go back there now. Archives and amateur historians. I always wonder if I should turn up the music more, but I don't want to shout. I could have sworn I made a notation on this page. Is that your handwriting there? No, it's Charlotte's. So, remember when we saw the cutout of the page? That was Charlotte's handwriting. She's the one. I'm distracting myself with all my gestures over here. She's the one who's written all of the notes in all of these pages. Charlotte did it all. Pretty sure. I've left notes in most of these books. Looking for gold? Do you blame me? I don't. My daddy took me gold panning when I was a kid, didn't yours? I'm not making that up. Not making it up. And why would I? Oh, so this is when things get intense. Okay. So here's how we do this. She walks really, really fast, thankfully. Raccoon. Alright, I'm gonna hold you guys. Order, 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 order. Poop on that. Okay. So I'm checking them out because I have to run upstairs. I'm not messing around with this crap. Alright. Ah, la 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 la. And I believe that's the order they expect us to do it in. We will see. We will see for a fact. I'm just gonna jump out on a limb here and assume we're gonna... What? Harlequin! Well, come here. I will snuggle you. I will snuggle you. Cute, precocious cat. Alright, so we've only got 2 more of those. That's good. Come here, Harley. And well, come here. Don't argue. She's so mouthy. Do you have a mouthy cat? I've got a mouthy cat. Don't eat that. I might have to walk away here in a second. She really wants my undivided attention. I can see in my periphery, she is up to no good. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't just be a brat. Come see me. Now hopefully that means I don't have to run up the stairs again. Oh ho ho. Alright, that answers that question. Now I'm doing that because I feel like this is my last customer, and I want all my achievements and all my bonuses. 2 stars, 3 stars. Yes. Itches. Itchies. You've never seen a single word written about J.W. Strachan at Rich. It's a very important plot line. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to call it out to you. Yes, it's important. It is. I don't care what she says. I know better than she does. Harley! Well, yeah. Come see me. Come here. I don't want to throw your ball. If you bring me your ball, I'll throw it. Look through these books 1,000 times. 1,001 is a charm. So, the sheriff, who's only been here a short period of time, has gotten the gold bug, the gold fever. I got a fever. It's not a good thing to say in these times. Oh, let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. Oh, are you playing with somebody, Glen? That's looking pretty good. 5. Oh! Yeah, it makes sense that a Jake would be skateboarding. Yeah. Oh, and it's nighttime. Night has fallen on Primrose Lake. Alright. One last level up. Let's see what they got going on. Harley. Excuse me. Oh, come here. Get a ball. If you get a ball, I'll throw it. Yeah. Go get it. I don't know where it is. No. You've got to bring it to me. Bring it to me. No, I can't find it. I'm working. Go away. Becca, you here? Just pretend like I'm not spinning around in circles, flirting with my cat. I saw the lights were still on. I'm very happy coronavirus is not zoonotic. She is not a carrier. I cannot give it to her. She cannot give it to me. So look, Easter egg. Becca's trying to tell him, we're looking for the Carlisle girl. She's like, isn't that a coincidence? So am I. So he's mad. She's like, dude, I tried to tell you. You find any clues up there, Sheriff? You my deputy now, Morehouse? Foreshadowing. Just saying. Call me a concerned citizen. Don't you start that again. So she's... she does not want Peggy pursuing Chip. But, you know. The sheriff's got to do what the sheriff does. Remember what Robert James told you. So these two are talking right now. Whispering. You don't know they're whispering because everybody speaks in the same tone of voice in this game, but I'm assuming that because they were standing down here. We know. Keep Rebecca moving. So this is one of those where this is going to tick down if she stands in one place for too long. It's going to work against her. So actually spread out your orders. Make it inconvenient for yourself. Less efficient is good if you want to make the objective. You can have her stand in line for a pretty good chunk of time, or stand in one space for a pretty good chunk of time, but this ticks down really, really fast, so you don't want to risk it probably. So restock often, doesn't hurt you. Check out, run over and do this. So instead of maximizing your efficiencies, you know. we're doing the opposite. Doing the opposite. We're being wildly inefficient in order to meet our objective. Yeah. That doesn't mean you can't get a good combo. Doesn't mean it. Now, the instinct is to click on that and then instantly click the next thing, but she will run downstairs if you do that. And even though it's really nice for this objective, it's still probably more of a pain in the butt than you want. So, just stand there. Run the risk on that one. Harley. She's a very happy girl today. Happy girl. I know. Yeah. Oops, that was 4. I didn't mean to be. I'm coming. Sorry, it's a dirty table and you can't sit there and read those books that I'm just gonna give you again. 'Cause it's a game world. I can't sing. I'm fully aware of it, and I realize at some point in my life that I will sing while I'm making these videos. I apologize. That's all I can do. I can't stop it. Can't stop it from happening. All I can do is apologize. I'm gonna run up there and do that. Yeah, I've got 1 star. Got my objective, 2 stars. Oh, 3 stars. Alright, Mr. Evans, what's your story? No cause to be so formal, Sheriff. Call me Chip. So this is important. He's finally confessing a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. So Glen's up here staring out the window towards the manor house. That's also important. If you remember when we were back at the AIR, Jake mentioned that the lights came on at the manor every single night until one night they didn't. So while these two are talking, watch this guy up here. I'm awful embarrassed. So Chip's just full of shit. Pretty friendly town, wouldn't you say? So, the lights have come on. The lights have come on! Always heard that place was haunted. Chip's got some binoculars. If you remember, those were pulled out of Jenny's boat, and she stole them from the, what do they call that place? The resort. I'm keeping it all together. It's just shadows. I can't see who's in there. It's haunted. Or, we just found our missing Carlyle. I like Peggy. Peggy's very pragmatic. Where are we headed? We're headed to the manor house. Seems like a good place to wrap up a chapter, doesn't it? Carlisle Manor. Much ado about nothing. Golly, what could that possibly mean? This is the last level in the last episode of Chapter 4. Something tells me something's going to happen here. Still think it's a ghost? Oh, shadows. Somebody's in there. Stand back, there could be trouble. It's all you, Sheriff. I'm going to pause here. I've been making games for 15 years. This is the very first time there was a gun in my game. I've never had a gun in any of my games. I've made very, very conscious decisions to not kill people for a living. And I thought about this long and hard, but it is a mystery. There is law enforcement, and law enforcement carries weapons, at least in the US. So here it is, my first gun. 15 years. I think it's used appropriately, but I'm just calling that out because it's a milestone in my career. We're coming in. It's locked. She didn't bring her battering ram. Sheriff, why don't I take a crack at it? I love this expression. She's like, hello? Think. So this is one of these spinners. I start from the outside, work my way in. Otherwise, there's some chance you're gonna spin a little more than you have to. Someday you'll have to tell me how you know how to do that. I have a feeling he wasn't a locksmith in a previous life. We're missing an overlay here. I'm pointing out the things I notice. Probably be nice if you guys didn't, but this is an insider's point of view, and I notice when my overlay is missing. Good evening, Peggy. So this is the missing Robert James, also known as Old Man Carlyle. We got Bobby in here. Who's this in the background? Don't point your gun at your employer. I've got a whole host of questions. I'd be a fool if you didn't. So this dynamic is an interesting one. I think Chip gets to be a little ticked off. Bobby here is also how Uncle Robert knew that Jessica had been bashing people over the head, right? It's all being told in furtive glances, sly accusations of the eyes. Fascinated to see what happens next. But you're going to have to wait. That's the end of chapter 4. We have chapter 5, the last chapter of Welcome to Primrose Lake, coming up, but not today. If you want to see it, you want to be sure you don't miss when those episodes are posted, subscribe, like, leave comments if I'm not answering your questions. I'm doing my darndest to answer your questions, but I'm also, as you can tell, just gleefully amusing myself. So I'll see you in the next episode of an insider's view into Welcome to Primrose Lake.